Lawyers, if you're still billing hourly, I want to know if you've considered this packaging technique. Well, welcome to Legal Marketing Minutes, where I share short bursts of current marketing news and advice. I'm your host, Nancy Merland. If we haven't met, I'm a marketing, business development, content, social, and digital media speaker, trainer, and advisor for lawyers and legal marketers in mid to large size law firms. Your time is valuable, so let's get started, okay? Well, at the onset, I mentioned that this message was for those who are still billing hourly. If you are not billing hourly and you have figured out the packaging equation, I want you to stick with me because there might still be a message in here for you, but also because I think you might be able to help my listeners in what you're doing as well. And that's in, this hourly situation that the legal profession has found itself in for decades upon decades, if not longer. And I understand it. I worked in-house as a senior marketer at a fairly large-sized law firm. I understand the hourly equation. I started my business in 2002, my consulting business, and I typically have three ways that I work with clients, and one of those is hourly, and I usually say, I'm very cautious about that because having worked in-house, I know the sensitivity that exists when my clients want to message, call, or email me and engage my thought process. And I never want them to say, I don't want to do that because it's going to cost me money. So I'm really sensitive to that. And then I say, sometimes depending on if there's regular work for us to do, and that is often the case, then we can come up with a retainer engagement. And then the third is if there is a definite beginning and end to a project, which is similar to your matters, then we can come up with a project fee. And you obviously, none of this is news to you. Those are ways that you can bill as well. I will tell you that other than helping lawyers create their LinkedIn profiles and coaching them on it, which I can definitely put into a package price, I'm taken up on that often. But other than that, the most common request is to keep things hourly. So if you are still in that situation, and I think we will be as a profession for a long time to come, but that is changing, and there are situations that are causing that to occur, then I have an idea for you. Maybe you have an hourly rate that is, I don't know, I'm just going to pretend here. It's $550. And I know for many of you, it's much more than that. For many of you, it's much lower than that. And what I want you to consider is a way to package that. For example, I have a package. I have an hourly rate, and then I have a package that's called 10 and 30. And what that is a package of 10 of my hours working on my client's behalf, either when I'm with them or I'm working on behalf of them when I'm on my own. And that's at a discounted rate. It takes $100 off of my hourly rate as my way of saying thank you for engaging me for 10 hours over the next 30 days. Why do I make sure it's 30 days? Because I know my clients. I know it's easy to get distracted. And if we're going to make meaningful change and get a lot done, then we are going to work 10 hours on your behalf in the next 30 days because it is important to me that my clients accomplish what it is they want to accomplish. That's one of my goals. So I consider it my responsibility. So it's called a 10 and 30 package. And I'm able to process that online. It's typically 50% down, and then the other 50% bills in 30 days. That is most commonly the package that my clients and potential clients choose to use when they engage me. And those are just my examples. Those don't have to be yours. You can do anything you want, whatever might make sense for your practice, your rates. But I want you to think about how you could package them as an incentive for your clients. And it's not that you keep your hourly rate the same and just tell them, you have to use me so many hours in the next 6 months or 30 days or 90 days, whatever it might be, but give them an incentive, a gift for the confidence that they are placing in you by committing to work together. And yes, of course, this is just like when you track your hourly rates, you still have to track your time. I am diligent about tracking time, and I set up client portals so that my clients can go in and see at any given moment. It's a private portal between the two of us. They can go in and see what it is we've worked on, how much time we've used in that package. And typically what happens is that they will reach out to me when we're nearing completion. I'm always so honored by this, seriously. And they will say, you know what, I think we need to re-up and purchase another one of your 10 and 30 packages. And again, I am so thrilled whenever I hear that, because that tells me that there's something working about that arrangement and that that's working for them. So again, give it some thought if you want to knock around pricing, and we can get into a lot more detailed and complex pricing discussions that may or may not work for you and your firm. I mean, there are a lot more complex things we can develop, but why start there? Why start with the most complex when just coming up with a simple package like this and then mentioning it, put it in your collateral on your bio page or your website or whatever it is you might have, and let people know. I mean, it's the power. Sometimes the power of suggestion is all people need to see, to think of, oh, well, you know what? That might fit into my situation. Well, all right, that's it for today's Legal Marketing Minutes. We've dealt with a pricing issue today, and happy to help you talk about those more if you'd like. Well, do me a favor and let me know your thoughts about this, and if you think this would ever work for your practice. If you are already bundling, I would love to hear from you, because I would love to share your examples with others, because we can all learn from one another. Or what you can also do is, if you're listening on a platform where you can leave a comment, please do so, as again, I and others would love to learn from you. You can always find me on my blog at myrlandmarketing.com, which is MYRLAND marketing.com. And if you're connected to the legal profession, I invite you to join my Facebook group where we discuss marketing, business development, content, social and digital media. And you can find that by searching Facebook for Social Media for Lawyers and Legal Marketers with Nancy Myrland. When you do, let me know this is how you found out about the group, what you think of bundling opportunities like this. If you are already past that and you've created some of those scenarios, kudos to you, and please share what those are. You don't have to share the specific numbers. That's not important. I didn't share mine here. I could have, but it's really not necessarily about me. This is about you. And let me know what it is you're doing and why you think this is important, and let me know what the scenarios are that you would suggest and that you have found successful. Well, thank you so much for spending a few Legal Marketing Minutes with me. I know your time is valuable, so I appreciate you spending a few of them right here with me. Well, until next time, I'm Nancy Myrland. Take care.